is to show that even if you don't have a, a, a incubator, you can still do cultures, urine cultures, wound cultures. It is possible. So let's see, what do we need to do this? So this is what you require. You require a hot water bottle, a cooler box, and a thermometer. That's all, and a towel. Okay, this is the water bottle you normally find in hospitals where they put hot water in it. Because in this case, the water you put in this particular rubber bottle is supposed to be only 50 degrees, no more. That is why you need your thermometer. You boil water to 50 degrees and add it in this bottle. Some of these bottles come even with a cover, so it is insulated. And this is the magic. The magic is you need a cooler box. If you have a cooler box, it costs about 2,500. You buy this from Jumia or a supermarket, and you have a hot water bottle, and the water temperature is 50 degrees. Okay. The hot water in the bottle should not exceed 50 degrees. Absolutely. That is the magic. This 50 degrees is the magic word. So this will keep the temperature in the cooler box, which is insulated, for at least 4 hours. And then the temperature will start dropping. But even then, it will drop slowly. And by the next morning, your cultures will be ready. So this method is normally used when either the incubator is broken or you are in a low resource area and you do not have an incubator, or there is a major power failure and you got petri dishes and cultures inside your incubator and the power has failed. It's a very useful thing, very, very simple. I'll just go through it again. All you need is a hot water bottle, which costs about 250 shillings, a cooler box, which costs about 2,500, a thermometer, and a towel. So you have these bottles, you put water in it. Absolutely do not pass 50 degrees. Check the temperature of the water before you put it in. 50 degrees only. And number two, you need a cooler box. Normally, this is a camping box. People use it for carrying, say, cold drinks when they go camping, or you are using it to transport blood from one lab to another. So this is another thing. You need a cooler box, which is double insulated, and it costs about 2,500. So all in all, you need about 3,000 shillings to start your own cultures. Okay? But the temperature of the water should not exceed 50 degrees. Absolutely. It will maintain the temperature for 3 to 4 hours. By that time, it will start now dropping. And eventually, by the end of the morning, when you come in the morning, your cultures will have already grown. So the part 2 of the webinar is, what if I'm stranded, what can I buy from the nearest supermarket? Okay. You can buy, if you don't have Wortmann filter papers and you want to filter the stain, you can ask at the supermarket for coffee filters. Very similar, very sturdy, very good, very cheap. That can be used for filtering your copper, your Gimza, your field stain, your ZN stain. The other thing is Listerine mouthwash. It has thymol in it. And this can be used as a preservative in your water bath. The other thing is castor oil. excellent alternative to immersion oil. Absolutely. Very, very good immersion oil. Costs only 100 shillings. This is the before commercial immersion oil came into the market, castor oil was used. Very, very good. Refractive index is 1.5. The other thing you can buy from a supermarket is folic acid. For urine preservative, 0.2 in 20 ml, very good. Then tea strainer for stool filtration. We have measured this. It is 415 micron. Each kichungi is 25 shillings. Once you use it, you throw it. Then you can buy sulfuric acid, which is 20%. It is used for battery. So this 20% sulfuric acid can be diluted to 1 or 10%, or you can use it neat as it is 20% for ZN decolorizing. Okay. The other item you can buy is you can buy battery water. The best battery water in the market today has a TDS of 000. So you can buy that also. And the company I normally like is Divani. Now, in your gram stain, you can buy gentian violet from the supermarket. You can buy Providon iodine from the supermarket or the pharmacy, and you can buy acetone, all for gram stain. The whole gram stain is here. Acetone is the one the ladies use for removing paint from their color paint from the nails. So here we are. You can buy sodium hydroxide pellets for sputum tuberculosis concentration. This is a very good method. It concentrates the AFB. Vinegar can be used for WBC manual count. Glucometer you can buy from the pharmacy. Ziploc you can buy. You can buy an autoclave from Jumia for 5K. You can have both electric and gas. You can even buy a weighing balance from Jumia for 1,500 with a sensitivity of 2 decimal places. The other one thing I've left out is you can buy clear varnish for ladies' nails, which you can use for sealing your sickling cover slip. So it's quite interesting what you can buy. This is the funnel we normally use for stool. The filter, there's a kichungi here. There is a net here, which is 450 micron. We have measured it, and this thing costs 25 shillings. Instead of using gauze, you use this, because I might use 2 layers of gauze. You might decide to use 4 layers of gauze. So it's best that we have a net, which is a nylon net inside here. This funnel is normally used for putting tea in the thermos, and you will get it in Tani, 25 bob. This is the autoclave you can buy from Jumia. It's fully automated. It's a pressure cooker, but you can use it as an autoclave. So if you can make your own media and pour your own media. Okay. Fred, I have finished, but I would like to repeat. Hello. Hello, Fred.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So we are dealing with a situation here where you don't have an incubator, but you want to do cultures. So you can. It is possible. And if you are stranded with some of the items you need for your lab, you can go to the supermarket or you can go to Jumia and buy them. One of them is gram stain you can buy from a supermarket. And others, I will come to them. So let us look what is the purpose of this webinar is to show that even without an incubator, or if there is a power failure or the incubator is broken down, you can still do cultures and you don't need much. The first thing you need is a hot water bottle, a cooler box, and a thermometer, and a nice towel. So these are the water bottles they use in the hospital wards, but they put very hot water in it. Here you are going to put water which is only 50 degrees hot. Do not exceed 50. What the secret of this method is 650 degrees of water, no more. That is the secret. You boil the water, you check the temperature is 50, you pour it in the bottle, and then you place this bottle in a cooler box. Cooler box are 2,500 from Jumia. You can buy them even in supermarkets. So you put your hot water bottle at the bottom, put a towel, and you put your culture media. Their temperature is normally maintained for 3 to 4 hours, but it slows down, and by the end of the night, in the morning, the culture is ready. It does drop. It drops from 37 and drops, over 4 hours, it drops to about 30 degrees. But the cultures grow. Absolutely necessary that you do not exceed 50 degrees in the hot water you are putting in the bottle. And then the second part of the webinar is, what can you really buy from the supermarket? There are several things you can buy. You can buy Waterman filters. This is coffee filters, and it is an alternative for Waterman #1. It can be used for filtering Giemsa stain, field stain, ZN stain. So it is an alternative. If you have a water bath and it's building a lot of fungus and bacteria, you put 2 ml of Listerine, which contains thymol. Castor oil is a very good emulsion oil. It is excellent. It is one with a refractive index of 1.5, and it costs 100 shillings. Boric acid is also very cheap. You can use it. You can get it from the supermarket, and you can use it as a urine preservative, 0.2 of a gram in 20 ml of urine. This strainer for stool, we have measured this. Excellent. It's got a nylon filter, which is 450 micron. It's 25 shillings. Use it once and throw it. Then sulfuric acid for ZN stain. You can use this to decolorize straight away. Some people prefer 10%. Okay, so seeing the other part of it, you can buy deionized water. Divani is the best, and it's 100 shillings for a liter. Providon iodine acetone, which is used for removing removing paint from the ladies' nails. Gentian violet is also available from the supermarket. The whole gram stain is available. All you need now is safranin. Sodium hydroxide pellets for sputum. TB concentration is also available. Vinegar, you can buy vinegar and prepare 1% solution if you are doing manual WBC count, which is rare these days. Nobody does it. But the glucose meters are available, lancets are available, Ziplocs are available, autoclave is available. The pressure cooker, it costs 5K and it's fully automated. So if you want to use electric, you buy the electric one. If you want to use electric and gas, there is another pressure cooker which uses both. You can use a weighing balance. The sensitivity is 2 decimal place. And it costs 1,500 shillings. There is something else I've forgotten here is there's clear varnish. Ladies' nails clear varnish. Instead of using Vaseline, instead of using melting candles, you can use that clear varnish for sealing your cover slip onto your slide. So this is the autoclave from Jumia. It's 5,000. This is the stool filter funnel. It has a nylon funnel mesh here, which is 450 micron, and it's very good. It is normally used for putting tea in the thermos, but it is an excellent thing, and it costs 25. Use it once, throw it. With your permission, Fred, I have published a book. This is the book. It's 2,500, and I will deliver it to any part of Kenya. My contact 0705 000 324. If you can't, this webinar will be on YouTube by tomorrow, and I think that is the end of my webinar. And I thank you for listening. Fred, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Taj. Thank you for the insight.
Okay. I think
yeah.
There are no questions because everybody is shocked, I think.
Yeah, there are no questions, but we can go to part 2.
Okay, part 2 is what you can buy in a supermarket. I can do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, part 2 here, supermarket items. So one of the items you can buy in the supermarket, I'm trying to remove this fellow here. Okay, yeah. It is a bit deionized water, and the TDS it's usually a battery. It's used for car batteries, and it's 100 shillings per liter. And Divani sells very good deionized water, which is got a TDS of 000. Provident iodine, you can buy from a supermarket. Acetone is what ladies use for removing the nail varnish. And this can be used all, plus gentian violet can be used all for gram stain. Sodium hydroxide is normally used for TB concentration. Vinegar is acetic acid, is used for WBC manual count. Glucose meters are now being sold in supermarkets. Lancets are also there. Ziploc bags are there. Autoclave you can buy from Jumia or Kilimall, 5K. Weighing balances you can buy also from Jumia or Kilimall, 1,500. And they have two sensitivity. This is the funnel, and this is autoclave. I don't know why there are no questions, but there you are. Maybe it was not an interesting webinar. I don't know.
Thank you, Taj. Thank you. And maybe this I'll take it back to participants. If maybe someone has a comment or an addition or a question, I can see Helen Wanyama is saying this is a great presentation. We have learned to continue with the culture and sensitivity, even if the incubator has broken down. Josephat is saying this is very informative, no more excuses. So I think generally it's been a very wonderful session. And maybe I want to invite any questions, if any, because this is an eye-opener to many of us. Thank you, Penina, for your compliments. Penina Washira, thank you. And maybe I'll take another minute to see if there's any other question, or you can raise your hand. I'll be able to give you the mic so that you can proceed.
So the very important thing here is the water in that water bottle should not exceed 50 degrees. That is very critical. If you exceed it, then the growth might be stumbled. Yeah. But if you keep 50 degrees, you keep your culture plates, there is no problem at all. You will be okay. By morning, your cultures are ready. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I can see a lot of more comments, but the compliment is Ishmael is saying great innovative presentation. And then Duncan Pere, very informative. Mwendo Matuku, good insights. Okay. Thank you everyone.
So it is possible for you to do a culture in a very small setup. If it is a personal lab, a small setup, you say nowadays I can do cultures. Bring the urine. So you buy the cooler, you buy the bottle, and you buy an autoclave also. So if you are far away from Kemri supplies ready poured media. But if you are very far away, you can use the autoclave to make your own media, pour your own media. Especially all you need to start the system is clad. You don't need any other media. So you can start by culturing urine and then move forward and then later on do cultures on wounds. But you can start with urine almost immediately. All you need is a cooler box, a towel, a thermometer, and water bottles, and an autoclave. So all in all, your total investment is less than 10,000 because it's 2,500 plus 5,000 so it's about 8,000 shillings is enough to make you start doing cultures. And you should be able to charge at least 600 bob for a culture. And you should be able to recover that money within a month. But I'm looking at the economic side of it, but that's your choice now. So Fred, are you there?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm here. I think looks like there's no further concerns, and I think many are just complimenting the presentation, and I think that will just bring us to the end of today's session. So it was a short but straight to the point. I'll take this back to you, Taj, for your closing remarks.
So there's somebody here who has asked, how many water bottles do you put in the cooler box? Just one. Just one is enough. But there's no harm in putting two. There's no harm in putting two. Actually, it's a good idea to put two. You can experiment on that. There's no harm. You can put two bottles in it, but you cover them with a towel. You should not let the culture plates get in touch with the bottle itself because the temperature is 50. So it's better to just, I think it's a good idea to put two bottles. There's no harm. On each side of the cooler box, in the vertical side. So you can put them there and then put the cultures down. That's a good idea. I think it's a very good idea. Fred, I can see more questions coming in now. Fred, amepotea.
Yeah, I'm in. Sorry, I was muted.
Yeah, okay. I think they
Yeah, I
were,
think you have answered that clearly.
huh?
I think you have answered that well. I don't know whether there is any other, because I can't see any other question.
I can see somebody else has come also.
Okay. Let me read that. Okay, I can see the question. Can
You
anyone
see?
do with other bottles in case you don't get your recommended ones? If yes, what is the volume of each bottle in milliliters or in liters? This is from Mwendwa Matuku. Thank you, Mwendwa, for the question.
You know the reason why I want you to use the hospital water bottle is those are particularly manufactured to hold the temperature. That is why, and they are not expensive. If you go to Jumia, you will get them for 500 shillings. So I don't recommend an alternative because these rubber bottles are actually they even come with let's see, just go back there, show you what happens with them is this these bottles are special for holding the temperature of the water, and they actually come with a small bag. So this I wouldn't go for an alternative because it's not something rare. It's something every hospital has in the wards. When temperatures go very down, old people are given these bottles to sleep with. So, and if you want Jumia, Kilimall, they all have these bottles. I wouldn't go for another choice. And you just fill half of the bottle with 50 degrees of water, and the other half of the bottle, you remove the air. So there is a little technique you can learn from the nurses. They will teach you that, look, fill the water halfway or three-quarter way, and then squeeze the rubber bottle and remove the air because air is a bad conductor. So you will remove the air and then cock it. They cost about 250, not much. I can see one more question.
Yeah, there's another one from okay. I think he's asking, all right, I get your point. These you've told us are heat proof, insulable.
What, the bottles?
Yes.
He's asking. Okay, just repeat the question again.
He's asking whether these ones are heat proof.
Yes, yes, they are special bottles, and the water you are putting in this rubber bottles is not hot. It's just 50 degrees. It's something you can even put your hand in it. It's tolerable. It's not that hot water, but it is specifically the method. The method will only work if you have a rubber bottle and you boil water to 50 degrees only, not above, and then you put it in the bag halfway, then you remove the air. So these small things, it's not something difficult to handle, but you can't use something else. Other bottles will not are not designed to hold temperature. These ones are designed particularly to 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 keep warm. I can see something else also, Fred.
Yeah, there's another one from okay, from about the autoclave from
Yes,
Josephat. Is there a way
yes.
we can improvise the temperature tape indicator to ensure that 121 degrees temperature is achieved? Yeah, and Mutuku has said, thank you, point well got, loud and clear. Thank you, Mwendwa.
Wait a minute. Now, what is this about autoclave? Is the say about the autoclave? Is there a way we can improvise the temperature? Sure that the 121 degrees temperature. Yes. Now, hold on. Who is asking this question? I'll tell you. Yes. Who is asking about autoclave? Josephat, this
Yes,
this
Prophet.
question you're asking me about autoclave is very essential for you to understand one thing about the autoclave, which you are going to use from a supermarket. You are asking how do I attain that 121 degrees? Now, I would ask you very kindly to go and purchase a book by Amref. It was written by Mr. Lewa and Dr. Carter. And they show very clearly in that book how to use a domestic pressure cooker to attain 121 degrees. It is very well explicitly expressed. But nowadays you can buy uh, modern autoclaves, like the one I am going to show you here now. You see now these autoclaves here. Let me just close you, show you. Josephat, are you still there? You see these autoclaves here? They will even tell you the temperature. Things are very modern now. And they cost 5,000. And they are available in Nairobi through Jumia. Jumia will even deliver this. It tells you the exact temperature inside. But you have to use distilled water in it, deionized water, distilled water, whatever you choose. But you have to follow the instructions. You don't overload it with water. There's a certain amount of water you should add, and it tells you everything. Here, the temperature will be indicated here. So there you are. So, but if you can get hold of that book by Jane Carter from Amref, in fact, I have a copy here. I'm trying to look for it to show you the cover. The book costs 2,000 shillings. It's a very practical book. It shows how to use an autoclave. But basically, what you do is you put about 2 or 3 cups of water in it, distilled water. You put it on the stove, and as soon as the water starts boiling, you cover it. And as soon as the water starts boiling and the steam coming out, you put the weight on that particular hole, and you wait for 20 minutes, and your autoclave is complete. But if you want more details, I think you can go to ChatGPT. They will give you everything you need. But this particular autoclave has a temperature gauge. I hope, Josephat, I have helped you. Fred.
Thank you,
Fred.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think Josephat says thank you. I'm with you, and thanks for the guidance. Thank you so much, Josephat. Yeah, I think that is it, Taj. I think we have come to the end of today's session,
Yeah.
and maybe back to you for your closing remarks.
I know there are certain places where the autoclaves have broken down, and while you are still waiting for spare parts, you are not doing cultures. So if there is a cooler box, in that most laboratories do have cooler boxes, you can try and do culture by this converting the cooler box into a warm box and hope that it will work. But technically, it does work. It's only that you may need some adjustments, like somebody said, why not add one more water bottle? So those little baby steps in the beginning are necessary for you to understand. But the important thing is you can do a culture without an incubator. The bottom line is you can, and it works. You may start doing just simple basic McConkey or clad urine cultures and sensitivity, and then progress from there. But you will develop a skill as how many water bottles to put, how long to wait, uh, should the temperature, you can put a minimum maximum thermometer inside the cooler box and see what happens the next morning. There are many maximum available. In fact, they are electronic and they are not expensive. So all those things is on you to try out. But technically speaking, and I know it works, we have tried it. So it's a matter of getting it, perfecting the system, but it is an alternative. Now, when it comes to buying things from the supermarket, the next time you go, you will see around that you can buy boric acid there, you can buy emulsion oil there, you can buy varnish, nail varnish to seal your sickling. So your eyes are open now, and you will say, oh, wait a minute, I can even see distilled water here. I can see sulfuric acid here. So why do I have to dilute sulfuric acid for my ZN when it is a very dangerous way of doing it in the lab? Let me just buy 20% and use it for directly for decolorization. So the supermarket is, next time you go to buy your unga and your bread and your milk, you're also looking around and saying, what else do they have that can be used in the lab in an emergency? Like Providon iodine, if your gram stain is missing it, you can buy it. It's Providon iodine for 100 mLs is only 100 shillings. And work goes on. And I want to thank you and say goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Tad, for the wonderful remarks and also for a very wonderful presentation. And indeed, yeah, I think it points out to the fact that great labs are not just built on sophisticated machines, but also on curious minds, yeah, that refuse to let limitations stop any progress. So thank you so much for that. You have shared indeed practical insights, and I'm sure this will inspire us to view everyday resources through scientific and innovative lenses. So thank you once again. And also to all our participants, thank you for your engagement. And let's continue advancing lab medicine through innovation, these collaborations and even commitment to patient care. Otherwise, it was a wonderful and very exciting webinar. And on behalf of everyone at LMSK, I want to say thank you and enjoy your evening, everyone.
Fred, thank you also for letting me present. Asante sana.